ABYE. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all and I congratulate Nyan Abyeyi this today. I want to recognize all the invited guests, and particularly the former minister in the office of the president, Minister Awan, Ambassador Jada, Ambassador of South Sudan to the United States of America, and the former state minister in Jongole, Minister Jihan, and all the invited guests. I also want to apologize for having missed this noble occasion. I would have loved to be there today. I was invited, but for technical reasons, I could not make it. Please, I apologize, and I want all of you to accept my very, very sincere apology. The vision and the mission of Nyan Abyeyi is a very noble thing. It appeals to everybody from Abyeyi area and beyond. I want to tell you that all of us will work to support the realization of this noble vision and mission. I want to encourage all of you, people, the women and daughters of Nyan Abyeyi organization. I want to promise you that we will give you all the support that you need so that we together realize this vision and move Abyeyi forward from the situation Abyeyi is in now to new heights. The issue of education of girls, the issue of empowerment, the issue of equality between women and men, between boys and girls, all those issues are very noble issues, and I want you to know that we will stand with you, we will support you, we will work together so that we realize these noble ideas. I want to also inform you that before this today, we had a meeting of the executive. Today, we had a meeting of the Abyeyi Community Executive and Council and brief ourselves on the Abyeyi file. Abyeyi file is about the political negotiations of the Abyeyi political final status. It was given to me again by President Salva Kiir. As you know, during the negotiations between the SPLM and the government of Sudan, 2002 up to 2005, I was given the role of negotiating the final status of Abyeyi until we achieved the Abyeyi protocol. And I continued negotiating this until 2013. After that, from 2013, I was not in charge of that file, but now President Salva decided to give me the file again so that we continue to determine the final status of Abyei. Once the situation in Khartoum is resolved, once there is a new government in Sudan, as you know, the political situation in Sudan is changing, and President Bashir is no longer there. The National Congress Party is no longer there, but the new military council and the forces of change and democracy in Sudan are the ones that are going to form the new government in Sudan. And once that government is formed, then the Republic of South Sudan and the Republic of Sudan will start a negotiations on issues of borders between Sudan and South Sudan, and the issue of the final status of Abyei. So I decided, and I informed the members of the Abyei Council, Abyei Community Council, and the executive today, that I would, after briefing them, I decided to inform them that we will work together as a community, as one people. We will solicit ideas and views from every member of the Abyei community in South Sudan and beyond, in Diaspora, so that, and views that will help us to address the final situation in the political situation of Abyei. As you know, the Abyei Protocol, when it was signed, and then we came to Sudan, to Khartoum to implement it, the National Congress Party, President Bashir, rejected the borders of Abyei and forced us to go for international arbitration at The Hague, the Netherlands. We negotiated for almost a year, and the award was made by the International Court of Arbitration at The Hague, Netherlands, and both of us, the government of South Sudan and the government of Sudan, accepted the award of the International Court of Arbitration, and we want to start to implement the outcome of the award. But unfortunately, after 2 months or so, President Bashir reneged on the result, the decision of The Hague, and asked us and asked everybody. He was wondering who is going to vote in the referendum of Abyei after the issues of the borders were resolved. He came up with this new issue about the eligible voter who is supposed to vote in the Abyei referendum. So the African Union decided to appoint the former president of South Africa, President Thabo Mbeki, to address this issue, the issue of the issue of the eligible voter. So President Mbeki and his team, after 9 months or so, came up with their recommendation. After having made a lot of contacts and research within the legal institutions in the world, to find out and to know, in a referendum like this, where you have permanent citizens of the area and seasonal nomads who come to the area, seasonally, whether these nomads or seasonal nomads have the right to vote in a referendum that is going to decide the final political status of the area. So they came up with the final recommendation that according to international law, it is only the permanent resident of the 9 Ngok Dinka Chiefdoms and any other Sudanese who is permanently residing in the area who are allowed to vote in a referendum that is supposed to decide the final political status of Abyei. It was accepted by the African Peace and Security Council, which is the highest body in the African Union, but President Bashir rejected that decision, and so the issue has remained since unresolved and has remained, the bone of contest between Sudan and South Sudan. So, and this is the only issue that we are going to address. This is the only issue that the file of Abyei is supposed to address. And that's the issue that I'm supposed to negotiate with the government of Sudan, the new government that's going to be formed in Khartoum. So we will address, and I'm optimistic, I'm hopeful that this time around we'll be able to finally resolve the issue, because Sudan and South Sudan, and as you know, there is a new political dispensation in Sudan. The new political dispensation in Sudan is that the new Sudanese political forces, whether the military or the civilians, recognize and are saying that we need a peaceful resolution of all the problems that are outstanding between us and the Republic of South Sudan, including the issue of Abyei. We need to resolve those issues. We need peaceful and brotherly neighborliness between the two countries. We want to be good neighbors. We were one country, people of one country yesterday. Today, we are two peoples in two countries, but we have a lot in common. We want to use the resources that are in our countries to solve the problems of Sudan, problems of underdevelopment, problems of social services, problems of, that are hindering the development in these two countries. So they realize that it is only when we have peace between these two countries, then both of us can move forward. So with this determination and with this new political shift in Sudan and Sudan, I hope, and I'm optimistic and hopeful that this time around we'll be able to finally address the issue of Abyei and move together as two countries, Sudan and South Sudan, to help our people, to save our people, give them all the development things that they need, and all the social services that they need. So I want to promise, and I want to tell you, the situation has changed. Let us be hopeful, and let us be optimistic that this time we will be able to finally address the issue of Abyei, whether we endorse the referendum which we conducted in October 15th, 2013, or whether we conduct a new referendum based on the, 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 the final recommendation of President Mbeki and his team in either way, whether it is the old final, the old referendum or a new referendum. I want to assure you, we are going to have a final status for Abyei and a final solution for Abyei, which will bring peace and stability, final peace and stability between the two countries and for the people of Abyei. Nyan Abyei, I want to end by again congratulating you. I want to say Nyan Abyei Oye, and all those who are with you, those who are attending this occasion. I want to thank them, and to give you also the greetings and congratulations for the people of Abyei here in Juba, and particularly the community of Abyei. In the end, I want to thank you, and I want to say, Ma salama.